The International Energy Efficiency Certificate, IEEC, is one of the most important environmental certifications established by the International Maritime Organization, IMO, the United Nations agency responsible for maritime safety, security, and the prevention of marine pollution. Out of 69 international conventions adopted by the IMO, the IEC forms part of the 31 conventions focused on environmental protection. This certificate falls under the MARPOL 7378 Convention, also known as the International Convention for the Prevention of Air Pollution from Ships. Before we dive into what the IEC actually certifies, it's important to understand the international and national laws. In September 26, 1997, the International Maritime Organization, IMO, adopted the MARPOL Protocol of 1997. This protocol introduced Annex 6, a dedicated set of regulations aimed at limiting air emissions from ships. The protocol officially came into force on May 19, 2005, marking a major step in global efforts to create cleaner and more efficient shipping operations. Malaysia joined this commitment when it ratified MARPOL Annex 6 on September 27, 2010, and the annex became enforceable domestically on December 27, 2010. And now the IEC is part of the 31 IMO Environmental Protection Conventions. From that point onward, all Malaysian-registered ships, including our featured vessel today, Bol, must comply with these requirements to help reduce atmospheric pollution from maritime activities. Although the Merchant Shipping Ordinance 1952, amended 2017, does not explicitly mention the International Energy Efficiency Certificate, IEEC, Malaysia enforces the requirement indirectly because it is a party to MARPOL Annex 6 on energy efficiency for ships. Under the MSO, the closest legal provisions that relate to the IEEC are Sections 265 to 272. These sections govern convention certificates, which include certificates issued under international agreements such as MARPOL Annex 6. The IEEC is legally treated as one of these convention certificates. Part VA Sections 306B to 306 are. These sections provide Malaysia's legal framework for pollution control and MARPOL enforcement, giving the authorities the power to ensure ships comply with international environmental regulations. Section 306L. This section allows the issuance of certificates or interim certificates by the Marine Department or recognized organizations on its behalf. Through this section, Malaysia can issue IMO-mandated certificates, including the IEEC, even if the certificate type is not named directly. Section 270(1) states that a ship cannot proceed to sea unless it carries all the required convention certificates. Since the IEEC is one of these mandatory certificates for international voyages, a ship without it is not legally allowed to depart. Section 273 also introduces legal consequences for non-compliance. If a ship sails without holding the IEC, both the ship owner and the master may be fined not exceeding 1,000 ringgit. This ensures that all responsible parties take compliance seriously and maintain the required documentation before going to sea. Later in this video, these legal requirements is relating to the case study ship Bol, an oil tanker registered under the Malaysian flag with a gross tonnage of 28,928 GT. Let's begin with a brief overview. MARPOL is the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships. It was first adopted in 1973 and later strengthened through the 1978 Protocol, forming what we now commonly call MARPOL 7378. This convention is the primary global framework used by the IMO to prevent marine pollution resulting from both routine ship operations and accidental events. MARPOL is divided into 6 technical annexes. Annex 1, Oil Pollution. Annex 2, Noxious Liquid Substances. Annex 3, Dangerous Substances in Packaged Form. Annex 4, Sewage from Ships. Annex 5, Garbage Disposal. Annex 6, Air Pollution, which is the focus of our discussion today. Annex 6 introduces international limits on various air pollutants produced by ships, including sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, and particulate matter. It also addresses greenhouse gas reduction by promoting better fuel efficiency. To achieve this, Annex 6 includes mandatory design and operational measures. One of these requirements is the International Energy Efficiency Certificate, which every ship above a certain tonnage must carry. What exactly is the IEEC? The IEEC, or International Energy Efficiency Certificate, is an official document issued by a ship's flag state or by a recognized organization on its behalf, such as classification societies like Korean Register or Lloyd's Register. This certificate confirms that the ship complies with all applicable energy efficiency standards under MARPOL. Annex 6. These include requirements related to the ship's technical design, machinery efficiency, and operational energy-saving measures. Under Regulation 6.4 of Annex 6, every ship of 400 gross tonnage and above must have a valid IEC before it operates on international voyages. Since UUM-BOL has a gross tonnage of 28,928 GT, it clearly falls under this requirement and must hold a valid certificate. In Malaysia, the authority for recognized organizations, ROs, to issue this certificate on behalf of the Marine Department has been clearly defined and has evolved over time. The general rule: the overarching RO Instruction Revision 1.2020, which applies to all ROs, initially grants limited or L authorization for the IEC. This means the power to issue the certificate was typically retained by the Marine Department itself, with ROs acting on a case-by-case basis. However, the Marine Department can grant enhanced authority to specific RO through individual appointment notice. MSN July 2025 for my classification SDN BHD, MCSB 767457P, lists F, or full authorization for the IEEC. This means that for a ship like UUM-BOL, the RO conducting its survey likely had the full-size authority to review the necessary plans, conduct the verification, and issue the International Energy Efficiency Certificate directly, creating a streamlined and efficient process for compliance. Before the IEC can be issued, the ship must undergo a mandatory survey under Regulation 5.4. This survey ensures that the ship is constructed, equipped, and documented in line with all relevant Annex 6 provisions, including verification of its energy efficiency values and the presence of a SEIMP on board. The survey is performed either by the Flag Administration or a recognized class society acting on its behalf. For UUM-BOL, this responsibility would fall to the Malaysia Marine Department or Korean Register to conduct such surveys. Once the survey confirms compliance, the administration is responsible for issuing the IEEC. Ships built on or after January 1, 2013 are classified as new ships. Under Regulation 22 of MARPOL Annex 6, they must comply with the Energy Efficiency Design Index, EEDI, which sets minimum design standards for fuel efficiency and carbon emissions. This ensures that new vessels are constructed with modern technology to achieve better fuel performance from the moment they enter service. Ships built before January 1, 2013 are considered existing ships. Originally, they only needed to implement SEIMP and receive the International Energy Efficiency Certificate during their next scheduled survey. However, from January 1, 2023, new design requirements were introduced. Under Regulation 23, all existing ships must calculate their attained energy efficiency existing ship index, EEXI, which measures the fuel efficiency of older vessels in a way similar to the EEDI for new ships. Regulation 25 then sets a required EEXI target that each ship must meet in order to demonstrate compliance with IMO emission standards. In addition to design requirements, both new and existing ships must carry a Ship Energy Efficiency Management Plan, or SEEMP, under Regulation 26. The SEEMP outlines operational procedures and best practices that help the vessel improve fuel consumption and maintain good energy performance throughout its operating life. From January 1, 2023, both new and existing ships are also subject to the Carbon Intensity Indicator, or CII, under Regulations 27 and 28. Each year, ships must report their fuel consumption and operational data, which is used to calculate a CII rating from A to E. Ships that receive a D or E rating for 3 consecutive years must update the SEIMP with corrective actions to improve performance and reduce emissions. Based on Malaysian Shipping Notice, MSN, September 2012, new ships of 400 GT and above must comply with the Energy Efficiency Design Index, EEDI, maintain an approved Ship Energy Efficiency Management Plan, SEIMP, and be issued an International Energy Efficiency Certificate, IEEC, before entering service. Existing ships, such as UUM-BOL, which was built in 2005, are issued an IEC after SEIMP verification during the next first, intermediate, or renewal survey of the IAPP certificate, whichever occurs first after January 1, 2013. However, Following later IMO amendments to MARPOL Annex 6, existing ships are also required to demonstrate compliance with the Energy Efficiency Existing Ship Index, EEXI. Before UUM-BOL can sail internationally, it must complete a survey under Regulation 5.4, demonstrate compliance with the Energy Efficiency Existing Ship Index, EEXI, under Regulations 23 and 25, maintain an approved SEAMP under Regulation 26, and receive an IEEC issued by the Malaysian administration or its appointed class society. The IEEC confirms that the ship complies with MARPOL Annex VI's energy efficiency requirements and contributes to reducing greenhouse gas emissions from maritime transportation. Section 81 of the Merchant Shipping Ordinance 1952 supports the enforcement of certificates like the IEEC by requiring ship owners to keep the latest maritime laws and publications on board, including MARPOL Annex 6 requirements. Failure to comply can result in a fine not exceeding 25,000 ringgit per ship, ensuring ships maintain up-to-date knowledge for continuous legal and environmental compliance. In conclusion, you'll have a clear understanding of what MARPOL is, what Annex 6 covers, how ships are inspected under this annex, and what the IEEC confirms about a vessel's efficiency. The International Energy Efficiency Certificate plays a crucial role in ensuring ships operate in an environmentally responsible and energy-efficient manner. For UUM-BOL, complying with MARPOL Annex 6 and maintaining a valid IEC demonstrates adherence to international environmental standards and supports cleaner, greener shipping practices.
Thank you for watching this video, and see you soon.